Thank you very much to all those who contributed. I know that there are many who still want to talk, but we have run out of time. We have to close by 1:30. Now, if you calculate from 9 o'clock, we would have kept you here for 4 hours, which is too much. So my suggestion is that we should close our meeting. I'm asked to suggest a way forward, so I want to suggest the following. When we started earlier, we were all concerned that we have not been meeting in this manner. And that the last meeting, I think if I recall, was in 2019. Now, my suggestion is that we should try and meet more often, at least once a quarter. In other words, 4 times a year, until we get tired of each other. So my suggestion is that we meet again early next year after the State of the Nation address. So probably it could be March next year. So that's our next meeting. In the meantime, I want to do what Minister Zizikoto suggested, that we have sessions in provinces. In the different provinces, we should try and have sessions. Obviously, national leaders can be there, join us, but so we do some work between now and next year. We have someone in my office who will coordinate. What I want us to do from all the leaders who are here, we should support that idea of a secretariat. A secretariat that will coordinate our work, because many people were concerned that our work is not coordinated. So I'm going to suggest to the team, we don't have to finalize it. We finalize the idea now, but we don't appoint anybody today. I want to look at it carefully, that it's included, so that nobody's left behind. It doesn't have to be too big, but at least when somebody looks at it, must say, Nathi sikhona apha. I see some people are looking at me already. So we're going to have a small secretariat that is inclusive. We don't have to wait for next year to appoint it. We'll go back to the office. We know who was here, and suggest a small team that can start working with us. When we get to March next year, because all of you will be there, you can then reconstitute it and maybe say, no, maybe add this or that or make it bigger. But at least we would have started. So I think for today we've done well, because we have now revived the engagement. We have revived the engagement. We must not lose it again. And so that's why I want us to quickly have the secretariat. The office of the Deputy President. Someone was saying I must ask the President to appoint a Minister of Religion. Well, I don't know if he's going to agree. But I think let's do this. What we'll do, since the President has asked me to coordinate this work, what we'll do in my office, we'll have someone that helps to coordinate, because I also want you to find me. It's very important, because once we leave here, you must not struggle to find me. So we're going to have someone in the office who's responsible to make sure you find me. And when you find me, we attend to the issues you are raising. Because the issues in this sector are not just spiritual, they are real. I mean, somebody was talking earlier that churches struggle with sites and many other things that you want government to attend to. So there will be a person doing that. But at the same time, there are government departments or ministries that must be always part of this work. And I want to thank Minister Lindiwe Zulu and the Deputy Minister, Social Development. They are really driving this, joined by social cohesion. But somebody did say earlier, where is education? A lot of the challenges of drugs and social ills, the drug dealers targets young children in schools. So we can't go with this work without the Department of Education. We have to bring them in. But there is a list that we have that we are looking at with the ministers of who else to add. We want to bring SANAC to be part of this work as well. And somebody was saying, well, what about the economy? Because we don't live just in the vacuum. There's a lot of economic activity in the areas where we are. So we may want to interface with the ministers responsible for the economy as well. Responsible for women and children in the presidency. We need to have them as part of this work. So between now and next year, March, we'll be busy with that, setting up the secretariat and bringing all other departments and institutions. But because we've had this meeting, we need to give you a report. We're not going to do a declaration today. I've seen how sometimes declarations are rushed. That has been responsible to coordinate with the ministers. We'll put up a report, we'll send it to you and say, when we met, this is what happened. You can then respond in writing and say, yes, but you've missed something important, etc. Then we'll pull that together so that when we come to our next meeting in March next year, we will start by discussing that report and seeing if it's something that takes us forward. Of course, in future, when you have meetings like this, you need to, at some point, have a declaration that is very tight, that guides your work for many more months or years. You need time to do that. If you try and do a declaration, you just say, I don't know, and when they get there, say, no, but what is this? So that's my suggestion. We will prepare a report. But I think it's important for me to thank each and everyone who's here. I know, sitting in a meeting for 4 hours is quite long, but everybody has just been in the room. You just went out to get tea and back. So we need to thank you. Some of the church leaders have called me that they couldn't come, but they'll send delegations. Highly appreciated. Please inform them that we really appreciate the delegations they sent. I will also personally speak to them, those who have been calling. So this was a good start. it's a journey. It's not an event. We are beginning a journey. We're going to walk together to build this country. That's what we are doing. To build this country, make sure that our societies don't degenerate, that there is no use of drugs in our schools. We are going to even have to bring the security class on board to fight the scourge of criminality, drugs. For being here. There's a saying that